All right, welcome to another episode of Brothers Arguing Sports. Today, after Shannon announces he said his farewell to Undisputed, the question is, what is your reaction to Shannon Sharpe's farewell? And I'm going to go first because I expected Shannon Sharpe to be classy, and he was. He was complete class. He thanked everybody on their production, and he was emotional, and he had his daughter there. I expected all that. But what surprised me is I always got the impression that Shannon Sharpe was wanting out. He had had enough of putting up with Skip, and he was ready to go do his own thing. But I didn't get that sense watching that farewell. I got the sense that he was upset about leaving. And, he even said at the end, I don't know what's coming next. And his big line was, Skip, I just got one question for you. When you put your head down at night, did I give you everything I had? It felt like the mood I got was Skip has almost decided I want to move on from you. So the word for me is I'm just confused and surprised by what is going on. They didn't clear up anything. And the dynamics of why he's leaving, for me, I'm even more confused or in the dark than before his farewell. So that's my biggest takeaway about his farewell.
I couldn't have a more different opinion. I think it was made completely clear wisely. He doesn't get along with Skip Zov. That's why he's leaving. He doesn't
Yeah,
get along with him.
you think whose choice do you think it is he's leaving?
It was Zov. It wasn't. It was 100% Shannon's choice.
I'm not convinced.
Shannon's the one who negotiated out Zov. By the
I'm not
way, and
convinced.
and it all confirmed. Of course, Shannon's a classy guy. And Zov, just because he's sad he's leaving the show doesn't mean that makes him love Skip. It's two different things of. It's been his whole life, every single day, working with the staff, like he was mentioning. You can still not like Skip, but still like the show.
My point is,
That's who he was saying goodbye to, Zab.
I agree with that, but I don't. And if you've been watching his Twitter feed, he's been liking a lot of tweets. I remember one tweet that said, "Man, Fox is making a mistake choosing, Skip over you." So, and Stephen A. even alluded to it that Skip was really angry about him the way he brought up the Hamlin situation. The tweet, remember, Skip made the tweet. Shannon didn't come the next day to work. Stephen A. who knows Skip really well, that he was upset that the way Shannon handled that. So listen, I'm not.
So, Zab, you're saying you think Skip pushed him out?
I think there's a
So,
chance of
Zab,
that. I think there's a chance. I really do.
all right, I couldn't disagree more. So, this was Shannon leaving. And even at the end, the proof to me was
What?
he
T,
has great. What?
why wouldn't he say? Why wouldn't Shannon explain it? Listen, I've had a great run here. I've loved it.
Because you don't air your dirty
He is
laundry,
not
Zab.
airing dirty laundry.
Zab,
He could have.
Zab.
He could have easily said, "I'm thankful for this opportunity, but I'm ready for a next chapter. I'm forever grateful." He didn't say
Zab.
that.
It's because it's a dirty. He doesn't. It's a personal vendetta with him and Skip.
But he
You
doesn't.
don't bring that up, Zab. When you're bringing Zab, when it's like at a funeral, you don't mention. Oh,
I'm
by the
not
way,
asking him to
Zab,
bring that up. I'm
Zab.
not
Well, yes,
asking him
you
to.
just asked him to. You just said, well, you didn't bring it up.
No, let me explain. You say
Oh
if
my
you're
God.
choosing to leave, you will say, "Listen, this has been great. I'm ready for the next chapter. I'm excited about it. You're moving on." He didn't say that. He said, "Man, listen, Skip, I know when you go to, what are you going to be thinking? That he gave it everything he had, and I did. I don't know what the future holds, but that was his attitude."
Well, Zav, he's also been liking tweets criticizing Skip.
That's my
So
point.
if that
That's my point. He's angry.
criticizing Skip.
TD, my point is, if you're leaving number one, we could both agree Shannon is very grateful for the platform Skip gave him. Do you agree with this?
Yes, it's professional respect, which is what he gave at the end and which I
Exactly.
expected because there's no personal love. So that's why he chose to give professional respect.
I
And the
know.
final thing was at the end, he said to his daughter, I love you. And he said, Skip, I appreciate you.
I
And
agree.
then
I caught
Skip
that
said,
as
I love
well.
you.
I caught that
It's
as
a
well.
personal thing. It's understood. And no one wants it to be brought up. At a goodbye, you bring up the
I'm,
positive and you keep it classy,
I'm
which is
not saying
exactly what he did.
you're missing what I'm saying. I'm not saying he should bring up that him and Skip's relationship. 100% not. My point is, when you're leaving a show like Undisputed and your choice, you are excited. You have something you're looking forward to. He didn't express that in that
So
episode.
he's gotten, yeah, he mentioned his club Shay Shay. He brought up all his
But he
people.
also said, I'm not sure. TD, the club Shay Shay is going to continue, but the day in, day out grind, he doesn't have anything lined up.
Yeah,
He
well,
obviously wants something.
That's humility. That's humility. You don't want to be like, thanks for giving me my platform. Now I'm out and on to bigger and better things. He's not going to say that. Well, listen, we both had different takes.
We got different takes. We'll go from there. So,
Second, I gotta think. You know who's in the running? The lead to replace Shannon?
who?
And I want to know what you think. I think this would be great TV, but I don't want it to happen. Nick Wright.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Zav, imagine the Jordan LeBron debates. How golden they will be.
Here's my only problem with that. I agree, like on the surface, they're both similar types in that sense. They're both just pig-headed with their beliefs, and they're both just pure fans, and they both got that edge to them. But here's my problem. They both play the villain. They're both somewhat unlikable. And in my opinion, for a show to work, you need someone. You don't want to watch two people that you don't really like. Do you understand what I mean? Shannon's a very likable guy. Skip isn't. Skip plays the villain. It works on
Well, to
on
that,
first
yeah,
things
to that,
first.
it's why I think he'll stay on first things first.
Exactly. First,
A, because he has the perfect foil with those two guys,
exactly.
and he doesn't want to leave New York. He's got his whole family here.
Yeah, but also I don't think they would get along because again, you have to remember they do this day in day out for a couple hours a day, and you got to
Skip and Shannon didn't get along. They had no personal
They had
relationship.
chemistry though.
Yeah, they had chemistry.
They did get along in this. They had chemistry on the set. They definitely had chemistry on the set and the way they get along
Yeah,
there.
that's true. But
They,
yeah, who knows who replaces him?
I don't think Nick Wright and Skip would look forward to coming to work every day is what I'm trying to say. I think Shannon and Skip, they liked butting heads. They always joked, Shannon would be like, "Goat James, Goat James." Nick Wright loves joking around with Wiles.
Oh yeah, he'd be.
That's
I think he'd be a fool, kind of like Conan taking the Tonight Show.
yeah. It's
You got to
you
stick.
got something that works. I think it's just I don't. I agree from a. There is a clip on Nick Wright who he went on First Take a few years ago, and it was a round table with Chris Carter and Shannon, and they debated LeBron and Jordan. They've done it before, and it was good. It's good. So I think for the isolated argument
would be good. The sports discussion would be good.
But I don't think it's sustainable. I think you need chemistry. You need chemistry in a show like that. You need joking around. I don't think because Nick Wright, I don't think he'd be laughing at Skip the way Shannon did. Because Shannon's an ex-athlete. He looks at Skip as a clown. I think it works. So
I can tell you this. I agree with everything, but wow, would I be tuning in if that happened, I would be tuning in.
Yeah, I agree. For the first few episodes would be cool.
Yeah.
But over the long term, who knows?
They'd open up with a Jordan v. LeBron.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff. See you.
All right. Take it easy.